Prasar Bharati, in collaboration with National Book Trust India, presents Story Lounge on All India Radio.
Contrary to popular perception, reading habits are not on the wane due to multiple sources of information emerging on digital platforms. Yet, book publishing is on a downslide. This ultimately affects people who are on the wrong side of the digital divide and cannot afford new gadgets. To support them, Prasar Bharati and National Book Trust have come together to promote books over the radio, which is an affordable medium in the context of our socio-economic milieu.
A bouquet of stories in Story Lounge.
I am Ramendra Kumar. Today, I am going to read out from two picture books. Both the books have been published by National Book Trust India and written by me. The first book, titled The Cactus, has been illustrated by Debabrata Ghosh. This is the story of a cactus. A cactus? I see raised eyebrows. I know you've heard of stories of roses and tulips, daisies and daffodils, but about a cactus? Never. Anyways, let me be the first one to tell the tale of a cactus which grew in a beautiful garden located in a small kingdom named Rimdim. The cactus was unfortunately surrounded by pretty flowers on all sides. To its right was a bed of gorgeous roses, and to its left a cluster of lovely chrysanthemums. Right in front grew sunflowers in a riot of yellow, while behind were daisies, bright and beautiful. In the middle of the sea of beauty stood the cactus like an island of ugliness. It had 3 stems, long and round. They looked like hefty clubs. Thorns sprouted on these clubs in odd patches. By itself, the cactus looked ugly, but surrounded by the pretty flowers, its ugliness was even more pronounced. Though to look at, the cactus was hard and tough, at heart it was soft, gentle, and loving. It badly wanted to be friends with the beautiful flowers, but they treated it with contempt and loathing. The regal rose, the proud daisy, the arrogant sunflower, and the imperious chrysanthemum. No one even bothered to look at it, let alone talk to it. Once there was a severe drought in Rimdim. There was no water anywhere. The rivers, the ponds, even the wells started drying. The poor gardener would trudge for miles in search of water and return with a pot or two, which he would give to his flowers. Soon, even that stopped. The people of the kingdom started running away to other cities and towns. The gardener too went away with a heavy heart. The flowers were left at the mercy of nature. The cactus had plenty of water stored in its stems. As it saw the flowers wilting away, its tender heart melted. Rose, sunflower, daisy, chrysanthemum, come and drink the water stored in my stems, it said. The flowers hesitated, looking at each other. How could they accept favor from a creature they had always treated with nothing but contempt? Rose, being the smartest, stepped forward. Thanks, it mumbled, and drank to the heart's content. Soon the others followed. For days the flower survived on the water given by the cactus. One day, suddenly the clouds loomed in the sky and there was rain. Gradually, normalcy returned. The people of the town who had left came back. The gardener returned, his heart filled with gloom. He was sure all his lovely flowers would all be dead and gone. When he saw the flowers swaying gaily in the breeze, his heart leapt with joy. Cactus, I know it must be you who saved their lives, the gardener said, tears of joy in his eyes. Later, The rose went up to the cactus and said, "Dear friend, we treated you with such loathing. We never even spoke to you, yet you came to our rescue. We are all ashamed of our behavior and grateful to you for saving our lives." Rose is right. We may have lovely looks, but you have the loveliest heart. Our beauty will vanish with time, but your loveliness is eternal. The sunflower added, and the other flowers nodded in agreement. For Cactus, that was the happiest moment of its life. The title of the second book is We Are Different. It has been illustrated by Partha Sen Gupta. Have you ever heard of a friendship between a giraffe and a squirrel? I'm sure you haven't. Well, let me tell you about Lambu the giraffe and Naughty the squirrel, who were great friends. They had been friends ever since they were kids. Now, as grown ups too, they enjoyed each other's company. Naughty would climb onto Lambu's head. He would then lie back, spread his legs, and slide down screaming, "Whee!" He loved this ride and did it umpteen times a day. Lambu would smile indulgently and would later take Naughty for a long and bumpy ride around the jungle. Naughty was an expert at hunting out nuts as well as tender shoots and leaves. He would pick up the nuts and take them for Lambu, who loved chewing on them. Naughty would also lead Lambu to areas where fresh leaves were available. Lambu, using his reach, would happily pluck them. Later, the two friends would spend time talking about their childhood and life in the jungle. One day, Naughty was sliding down Lambu's back when he heard someone laughing. He looked up. It was a squirrel he had never seen before. After his ride, Naughty scampered up the tree in search of the squirrel. He saw him sitting perched on a high branch, looking down at Naughty. "Who are you?" "I'm Mac. I'm new to this jungle." "Why were you laughing?" "I saw you playing with the giraffe and found it very funny." "Lambu is my childhood friend. How can you be friends with him?" "Why? What's wrong?" "He's not one of us. He's not a squirrel," Max said, and with a toss of his head disappeared into the foliage. Naughty sat deep in thought for quite some time. After a few days, Lambu noticed that Naughty was avoiding him. Whenever he called him for a ride or a slide, Naughty would come up with some excuse or the other. One day, Lambu caught up with Naughty. "Tell me, Naughty, why are you avoiding me?" At first, Naughty tried to deny and then finally told Lambu about his conversation with Mac. "Mac says that we cannot be friends because we are different. You are not one of us." Lambu thought for some time and said, "Okay, come with me for a ride. Probably your last one. I'll show you something." Naughty thought for a few seconds and then hopped on. Lambu went straight to the lake in the middle of the jungle. "Look, Naughty, can you see Gappu the monkey?" "Yes, he is sitting on Jumba the elephant." "Correct. Every time he needs a shower, he climbs onto Jumba's back." Even as Lambu was speaking, Naughty saw Jumba dipping his trunk in water, raising it and drenching Gappu with a jet of water. Gappu squealed with delight and yelled for more. Jumba and Gappu play together often, even though they are different. After some time, they reached a spot where there was a plant with beautiful flowers. On one of the flowers was settled a lovely butterfly. "Watch the butterfly. His name is Rangila." Naughty looked at Rangila. His wings were bright. It looked as if a slice of a rainbow had come down to the earth. Rangila comes often and drinks the nectar from those flowers. They enjoy each other's company, though they are different. Naughty nodded his head. "I'm sorry, Lambu. I realize that though we are not like each other, we like each other. That is why we are the best of friends." Naughty climbed onto Lambu's head, spread his legs, and slid down his neck, and very soon the sound of "wee" echoed in the jungle far and wide. Thank you.
You were listening to Story Lounge, produced by the World Service of All India Radio on behalf of Prasar Bharati, in association with National Book Trust, India.
Story Lounge comes to you every day, same time, same channel.